What is going on, guys? Happy Saturday night. So I'm going to cover all of the analysis that we posted last week inside of the Discord and the Telegram chat. So if you guys don't know, if you're new to the page, every single week, Nick and myself post all of our higher time frame analysis, so the 4-hour and the daily analysis, so that everyone in the community can get an overall direction of where the market might potentially move that week. This analysis you can use throughout the entire week. What I'm going to show you is in TradingView. They're all published ideas, so you can click the play forward tool right here, or the play button tool, and see how every single idea actually did play out. So as you can see here in the Discord, this is where we post all the analysis on 10 plus pairs, all the majors, and some minor pairs here. And we also post that in the Telegram group as well. So this is, again, completely free. And as you could see here, we're going to start. And last week I started to do something a little bit different. I think I'm going to continue to do this because I actually like how it played out. So we're going to start here on USDCHF. This is analysis that I did last week. Let's see here. So this is analysis that I did last week. With every single analysis, I'll start on the highest time frame, so the weekly, and we'll work our way down to the lower time frame. I'll just move this over. So on USEF going into the week, on the weekly time frame, we can see that price has broken resistance and is surging to the upside. The price point 0.9300 is a serious level, which we will now look at as support since we broke above it. So this is what I'm talking about on the weekly time frame. We were looking at this level as resistance. Previous week closed extremely bullish. So now we are obviously looking for buys, looking to continue the bullish trend that is going on. On the daily time frame, we are in an uptrend and just broke above the previous higher high point. That's this level. I'll be looking for a retest of 93,500 before looking for long opportunities to the upside. So this is what we're talking about, looking for that pullback. Now, on the 4-hour time frame is where we can see our two main areas of interest for long opportunities. So two main areas of interest are this 38.2 support level and then also this 61.8 weekly support level down here. Those areas had multiple confluences. So as we can see, price pulled back a little bit, ended up finding support a little bit higher than our 38.2 level, but it did continue to move to the upside. Now we can see last week at the end push down back into the support level. This is good buying territory, guys. This is another area of interest now, and we'll go over this in next week's analysis. So let's go to EURUSD now. This one played out really well last week, so let's take a look. Weekly time frame, we already broke two levels of support, so at this point we are in a downtrend. One second. So at this point we are in a downtrend. On the daily time frame, we can clearly see that price is in a downtrend. We are currently at a lower low point where I will normally not enter. Remember, in downtrends, we want to enter on lower high points. We have a weekly level at 1.18500, which I will look for a retest before shorting. So looking for the retest of this level, this weekly level, before trying to go short. And then on the 4-hour time frame is where I will map out my structure points. I'm looking for a true pullback before going short again on this pair. Lower time frame, long opportunities are in play until we get back to this level. So we were down in this area. I was saying I'm looking for price to pull back all the way to 1.18500 and looking for longs until we do pull back into that level. So let's play forward and see how it played out. So price didn't pull back. We just continued with this downtrend. Price broke below this support level and then ended up moving about 70 pips to the downside, so pretty considerable move. Now we have an interesting little transition here. We just broke this level of resistance, so next week we're going to have to see whether price is going to finally correct back up to this daily level, and we'll do that by bumping up to the daily time frame. So let's go now to GU. Let's start off on the weekly time frame. We rejected a key level of resistance, and last week closed below 1.38200, which is a support level. If we can maintain below this level, then we'll be heading to the downside some more. So this is what I'm talking about. We broke below the support, long wick last week, and then we were hovering below that level. On the daily time frame, we could see it a little bit clearer. We're already in a downtrend as we broke multiple support levels I'm now looking for a retest of resistance before heading lower. So that's the resistance level we're looking to shoot into before going lower. On the 4-hour time frame is where I will mark all of my main structure points. Looking at H4 structure, we can see that price is coming right back to our area of interest. Once price reaches that area, I will aggressively be shorting or entering shorts on the lower time frame. So let's see how this played out, see where price came to. So price came right up to our area of interest at that 1.38, 200 area where we were looking on this time frame right there, and then we did have a nice short opportunity from that level. Price surged to the downside about 120 pips, so really solid move. Now we just moved higher. We're retesting this level. We actually had a little bit of a break of resistance there, so this thing's looking like it could end up going bullish. We'll head up on a higher time frame next week to see how that plays out. Let's take a look next at NZDUSD. So NZDUSD on the weekly time frame, we can see that price has broken support. We have a lot of room for price to push down. So this is that support level that was broken, and we broke below the weekly. On the daily time frame, there are two areas of interest I'll be looking for. Reversals at 0.70500 and 0.7100. Up until those levels, I will look for short-term long opportunities. So this is what I'm talking about. Here we have a break of this support level. On the 4-hour time frame, I brought my fib levels, and we can see that our two areas of interest lined up with 38.2 and 61.8, which are our main reversal levels. So this is what I'm talking about here: 70570 and 71200. Those are the main two areas we're looking for the pullbacks to. They've got the 38.2 and the 618 there. As you can see, price came up a bit, didn't make it to that level, actually double topped in this area and pushed down. Now we're making our way up to that level, but we did have a break of resistance, so we're going to reevaluate this analysis going into the week, and we'll see where this is headed next week. Next, let's take a look at USDCAD. On the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that price has been making lower lows and lower highs, breaking support and retesting as resistance. Breaking support, retest as resistance, break support, retest as resistance, break support, retest as resistance. As we've said, on the daily time frame, last week showed that we are slowing up at the key level of resistance at 1.2600. So as we can see here, price pushed down, pushed up, pushed down. Now we're at this level. On the 4 hours where I'll look more closely at market structure, we really need to break below 1.25600 level before looking for short opportunities. We're either going to find support in this area and surge to the upside or break below here. I'll be looking for price action of the few 4-hour candles to determine the trend for the week. So this is what I'm talking about: 4-hour time frame, forming this like potential head and shoulders pattern here, and I was looking at this support level as the key area whether to buy and sell. So to begin the week, we shot up off this level, retested the resistance, broke this level, and then we actually collapsed. We broke support here on the 4-hour, retested that level as resistance, continued lower. Now we're coming back up, rejected this level, but we're now coming back up again. So last week, this analysis, obviously the analysis was we're either going to bounce off this level and surge to the upside, or we're going to break this level and go to the downside. We didn't exactly use this level as much as I originally anticipated, and we're just kind of stuck in a range. But this is looking bearish, guys, going into next week. So now that we've broken support, retested resistance, broken support, now we're retesting this level. I am anticipating this thing to further go to the downside. Next, let's take a look at gold. So on the weekly time frame, we just bounced off a key level of support, leading me to believe that we may be moving to retest the 1780 price point. So this was that 1680 level everyone was buying off of, bounced off of that level, looking for the retest of the 1780, which is up here, looking for the retest of that level. On the daily time frame, price is respecting a level of resistance, and I will not take long opportunities until this is broken. This is that level of resistance on the daily time frame that I'm talking about right there. As you can see, push down, minor pullback, push down, pulled back to retest. And then we have on the 4-hour time frame is where I will line up potential trade opportunities. I'm noticing a flag pattern forming, which is bullish. Again, I will wait for a breakout of this flag to the upside before taking opportunity. So this is what I was talking about. We had this like little flag. This isn't actually as valid as I originally anticipated because this did break to the downside this week. As we could see, we were making lower highs below the daily level, and I was not taking buys until we broke above. So what ended up happening was price opened up. And quite simply, the whole week it was bearish, pushed all the way down back to 1680, 50 or 500 pips, and then we pushed all the way back up. So, you know, this thing's actually back in an area where it's retesting the resistance. So next week we'll see if gold is going to retest this resistance and reject, or if it's going to finally make that break and surge to the upside, which I believe that it very well likely could. Next, let's take a look at GBPJPY. So on the monthly time frame, we are very clearly bullish. You know, 4 bullish candles in a row. On the weekly time frame, we found support at the key level, and I'm going to continue to look for buying opportunities. That was that support right there. On the daily time frame, I will not take any buying opportunities until the 152 level is broken. We are currently about to retest that area. So that was this high right here because we're not exactly at a high or low. And on the 4-hour, we actually broke a structure point, which is why I'm waiting on buy opportunities. I mapped out 2 scenarios. So these are the 2 scenarios here. Either reject this level, go short, or buy it up once it breaks the level of structure. As we can see here, price came up. This is actually kind of a weakening pattern, and it actually just continued higher, broke. As you can see here, retested the resistance right there, pushed up. Now we're getting another pullback. So next week, this thing could continue to go higher. Let's look next at, we already did USDCAD. What else do we got here? We've got NZD. I've got a few more pairs here that we're going to go through. It looks like I brought up some copies here. So I got, let's see here. We've got EJ, we've got UJ, we've got AJ, AU, DXY. So we're going to cover all these. Let's start out first with EJ. All right, so weekly trend on EJ was bullish, daily trend was bullish, 4-hour trend was bearish. Trade scenario 1, overall EJ on the higher time frame is bullish. On the 4-hour time frame, we have been in a steady bearish trend, and price action is now correcting. Currently, the level of price action is the deciding zone. If we reverse at this level, we will be confirming a lower high and a bearish trend, and we'll look to target lower into major support levels. So this is that bearish trend, guys. Broke the support here, retesting the resistance right there. So either looking to respect that and go lower or push higher. So as we can see here, price did come up to this level, rejected a bit, but this really had no area of interest as it turns out. Price did not find this, you know, as an area to push away from, and we just ended up pushing higher for the entire week, breaking structure. So EJ is still certainly fairly bullish. Let's look at UJ next. So weekly trend bearish, daily trend bullish, 4-hour trend bullish. Trade scenario 1. Overall, this pair is still very bullish, but is due for a pullback. Ideally, we want to see structure form at the 38.2 fib level. Look for the next confirmed higher low after structure is formed. Enter long on strong bullish setups and target significant resistance levels. So this is that push up. You know, there's nothing doing here. We're looking for the pullback in this area, 109, 100, before heading higher. So as we can see here, price actually never made the pullback to this area, which is fine. If price does not pull back to these pullback areas, guys, we're most likely not going to get in on the trade. As this thing pushes up, you know, there are entry opportunities down in here on the lower time frame, but ideally we want those pullbacks. We want to get in on those true higher lows. So AJ next. Weekly trend bullish, daily trend bullish, 4-hour trend bullish. Trade scenario 1, overall we are back to bullish. Last week we did see a strong reversal near 100% level, followed by a rally. At the current level, we cannot just take a long opportunity. We need to wait for a higher low and a new support to form. Ideally, we want to see a transition 84-150 with a confirmed higher low that we can enter on, look to target higher. So price was pulling back. This was the key level right here that we were either going to reverse from and head lower, or bounce off of and start to head higher. So as we can see here, price came up to this level, rejected it, now we're rejecting it again. So 3 potential opportunities to get in on short opportunities here. This one 30, 40 pips. This one about 60 pips. And now this one's lining up again for a 60, 70 pip move. Next, let's go to, let's go to AUDUSD next. So weekly trend bullish, daily trend bullish, 4-hour trend bearish. We're obviously on the 4-hour. Trade scenario 1, overall we are very bullish on the higher time frames, but the 4-hour has recently been bearish. That was this break of support here, pushed down. We saw price action fall to our 100% fib level. It makes our analysis fairly simple. It will either bounce or break. In the scenario price action bounces, we want to identify a strong reversal with a transition of resistance at 76,800. Look to enter long and a confirm higher low above this level. Look to target higher towards key level resistance. So pretty much, guys, either looking to reject this level or break and bounce off of it. As we can see here, price instead rejected it, went to the downside, formed another lower high, pushed to the downside, and now we're forming another potential lower high. So this thing is in a great area again, either 60 pips to the downside or 80 pips to the upside for next week. Last but not least, we're going to cover DXY, the dollar index. So for you guys that don't know what the dollar index is, me and Nick always look at it, or Nick and I, we always look at it every single week, every single trade, because it's the value of the US dollar. So the US dollar obviously was pretty bullish last week, surging to the upside, and we're pretty much looking to see whether it pulls back and finds support, or it just starts to dip lower below this, really this 93. It's up at this 93 level right now. You know, this is a strong level of resistance, looking to see, does it push lower, you know, and then breaks resistance or breaks support, or is it going to break above that 93? So as you can see, the 93 ended up being broken right here. So price surged through. Now we just had another pullback. So at this point, we're going to see, does price find support here? Most likely not. It's most likely going to pull back further to this 92.4 area. That's another 50 pips, 60 pips to the downside, and that is where we are going to look for potential reversals at. So guys, this was all the analysis that me and Nick went over last week. For you guys that don't know, we're going to have tomorrow the Sunday Market Blitz at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I know it's Easter, but we're still going to be doing it. We're going to go over all the trades for next week. It is a live trading session. And I'm just going to pull up the website really quickly. These are the services that we do offer inside of the Telegram. We do send signals. We are expanding on the signals package. We're offering live London trading sessions and a live New York session. The New York session is traded actually by a Forex League member, and the London session is traded by a new team member that just came on that's working with us for FX Seed as well. The full course is $4.99. It's not on sale currently. Everything that's included, if you wanted more information, you can just come into the Telegram chat, and I'll show you in a second how to get there. And then we also do the Trade Copier, which is our account management service. Again, more information will be inside of the chat. And then if you guys did want one-on-ones, we just started doing one-on-ones outside of the course. You can either choose a one-on-one 4-day course, or you can do a one-on-one session for 3 hours with Nick and myself. Lifetime membership is included in the 4-day course, and Signals 1 month free is included in the one-on-one session. I'm going to pull up now the Forex League chat. There's somebody posting here. Alright, so this is our chat if Telegram would just behave for once. So at the top here, we just, so annoying. Alright, here we go. So at the top here, guys, we have this pinned message. If you come here, this is everything that you need to get started. This is the free group chat, so there is a chat that everyone is in, you know, talking with each other. And then down here, you could go to our messenger bot. This is where all of our free services are. We do have a free course, free Discord chat, free Telegram, so that's where you can get in there. And then here comes our lifetime, or our premium services. So we have our lifetime membership, our one-on-one sessions, our signals, our account management, and then the FX seed funding. So if you want information on any of these, all you got to do is click, go to plans, and then you could read through everything here. We have the full course overview there, and then you can schedule a call with myself if you wanted to get more information before signing up. So that's for the lifetime. If you wanted any of these other ones, it's the same deal. You just click on them and then type in start. Now also, with the broker that we're working with is Prosperity Forex FX. So if you want to sign up with them, you can use our referral link. If you need video explanation on how to use a broker because you've never done it before, then you can click here and we put together some videos for you. At any given time, if you guys want to send me a message directly, live support, you can click right here and you guys can get in touch with me. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you for the ones that stayed on towards the end. We do really appreciate it. And obviously tomorrow we'll have the Sunday Market Blitz. So make sure you guys come on by. It's completely free. So I definitely recommend it. And as always, thank you so much for all the support.